the number one thing that made trading click. Without this, I would not even have come close, was backtesting. It took me 6 months to even figure out what backtesting was. I started trading October 2022, I'm not even kidding. For 6 months, I never knew what backtesting was. I didn't know how to do it. I've never heard of the term until 6 months later. And without this, I don't see how it's even possible for any trader to actually learn how to trade. It's almost impossible. You have to practice. And since I knew what backtesting was, I've backtested a ton and used countless number of journals to try to get this to work so I can have the data that I need, the information I need to make it as simple and as quick as possible to backtest. And I think I've finally done it, boys. But I'm not going to say too much. I'm just going to show you guys most of this so you can understand exactly what I'm talking about. So here's a trade right now on my screen. I'm just going to take a screenshot. So right now, you can see it detected that we have shorts. It detected that we have US 30. It detected we're on a 5-minute chart, price and everything is done. Detected the RR as 1-to-1, supply and demand, the exact time, exact date, exact session. It knew that I had a fair value gap, 1 hour alignment. It knew that I had a break of structure, win. So right now, all I have to do is save journal. And that is it. I didn't have to change a single thing. It got everything spot on. And now all I need to do is go on to the next trade, bang, and I just continue the backtest like that. So here's another trading example. I have this setup right here. Here's going to be my entry. Here's going to be my stop loss. And my TP is going to be here, right? Of course, many of you guys trade in many different ways, but this is how I trade. So TP is just going to be right here. Screenshot. Drag it here. Analyze. Now here's the second trade. Again, we have shorts, everything is already set up, the time, everything's already there. Was this a win? Yes. A grade, which is what I'm going to explain in a second. But everything's already there, so all I need to do again is save to journal. So let's have a look at this journal that I'm talking about. So I've already done many backtests already, but I'm going to show you guys exactly what we made. First of all, you can see we have analyzed trades, calendar, and reports. I'm going to show you guys each one of these and exactly what each of them will show you, as well as settings. There's a lot that you can do there as well. But here's the journal. First of all, looking at Friday feedback. So this right here is based on my live account that I actually trade. So based on last week, it's giving me a rundown and a summary of how my trade has gone last week. So last week, 9 trades, 100% win rate. Last week was impeccable. So you can see all the information is here. We're not going to read everything, but you can pause and read it if you do want to. But this was my actual live trades on my live account. So you can sync your live account to this as well. As long as you're using Sentry, which is the actual Sentry risk manager, your trades will actually be on here as well. So every single trade I take with Sentry, literally my trades will be here pretty much immediately after taking them. Of course, you can see things like trades and all the normal stats that you do want to see. And if I do want to see more, I can go and customize and I can see a few more that I can add here if I do want to. You can change it to price, you can change it to RR or percentage if you do want to. Now, Sentry Intelligence. So this is basically what runs the journal. This is what's the brains behind it that helps you to kind of populate all the information that you need in a simple format, as well as giving even information that you didn't even know that you needed. But in this case, you can see according to my whole backtest, live trades, everything, it's giving me a full summary, a complete summary on what's working. You can see that my S-grade setup are pretty much what's my best setup, which is good to know. However, I don't get many of them, but you can see if I was to take just those setups alone, I'll be doing very well. It tells me what's leaking, what my habits and what's going well, what I need to do next, etc. And this is the P&L so far over the past 128 trades. So you can have different strategies that you can actually save on here. So for me, you have like supply and demand. I have my re-entries as well. And it tells me the grades again based on A, B, S tier, how much money I'm making on each one. So you can see my A grade has made me more money. However, my S tier has the highest win rate. Buys and sells. So far I've been killing it on buys. Shorts not too much, but my buys, my longs are fantastic. You can see your win rate based on instrument. This is good because once I've done about, let's say 1,000 backtest soon enough on this, then I'm going to know what my best pairs are and what the worst ones are. I just did 2 trades just now on US 30. And you can see those 2 trades right here. Eventually, I'm going to know which one has the best win rate, which one's the worst, which one's to cut off, which ones I shouldn't use at all. And now I can do this a lot quicker. And most of the trades so far right now are based on a 5 minutes. So you can see everything is based on my 5-minute time frame. Now, when you do a backtest, you will see the trades right here. Now, looking at the US 30 trade, for example, what I can do is go on pair, US 30. By the way, US 30 wasn't here before. After I've done the backtest, just now the 2 that we did, US 30 automatically was added here. So you don't even need to add stuff manually. They added US 30 here automatically because they recognize that that's a new pair that I'm trading. So you can see those US30 trades here. You can click on them, you can enlarge them, you can have a look in more detail if you wanted to. Again, all the 5 minute, all the information is here. And if you now want to add more information later on, you always can, right? You can edit the time if you want to, the dates, etc. You can add the strategy if you want to. So you can edit all of these if you do want to. Now you can see the grade, which is A. I'm going to explain this in a second and exactly how all of this works and how it knows the grades of what setup is good. But all of this is based on the individual. So all of this is based on me, on what I think my A tier setups are, what my B tier setups are, C tier setups are, etc. This you've not seen anywhere before. And then this is the second trade that we took. One of the best part about this is that if I wanted to see certain pairs and confluences and a mixture of stuff, and I wanted information based on this, I can check, for example, 1 hour alignment. I can then say, okay, trades that I took just during NFP. So I want to see those two things, right? And maybe I want to see this for my supply and demand strategy. The information now changes based on what I want, right? So Century Intelligence is now going to tell you the summary based on that. And now I'm going to see the trades, all the trades that includes exactly what I specified. And then I'm going to see my win rate and everything else based on what I specified. So if I took just trades with a 1 hour alignment and NFP alone, I would have an 86% win rate because that's what my data is telling me. So far I only have 9 trades though, so I'll need a lot more. However, based on those trades, it tells me, okay, it's working very, very well. Most of my trades are on GU, 86% win rate. And it gives me a summary again based on the exact things that I want to see. And again, I can review each setup again if I want to, and I can tell what exact trades has this specification. In this case, most of them happen to be GU, and I only have 1 loss just based on that specification alone. Okay, so this is the trades tab. That's just the trades tab alone. There's a lot more that we can go into. However, let's move on to the calendar. Now the calendar is what you expect. The report is one of the best things, so just hold on for that one. But the calendar is what you expect, right? You can see all the trades so far that I took just last week once I added my account and I started to populate this. So far it's only got these 3 trades because I started this last week. And again, you can click on each one, edit each one, change the screenshot if you want to, etc. This screenshot, I did this afterwards because it shows the before and after, so I wanted to see the information exactly like this. So you can have whatever screenshot you want that would help you, because once you go back to this in like 3 years time, I want to know exactly what trade I was taking, and the screenshot is already there, so I don't even have to go back on TraderView to look at this. And again, if I wanted to see based on specific stuff on the calendar, I literally can what session I want exactly. Pretty much know that you have complete freedom to look for whatever you want. And even if you type things on notes, you know there's times when you might type maybe that this trade was a trade that you took when you were feeling sick. You can literally go to the notes here and type in trades when I was feeling sick, and it will come up with the exact trades that you wrote that note in, which is, I'm telling you, this is just going to be crazy. There's so much you can do with this that I can't even comprehend it just yet, but I know that everything I need is here. Again, you can customize this whatever you want, whatever information you want to see. If you want to see your worst days, your loss rate, whatever you want to see, you can put everything on here. And of course, you can go back in time and then look at your back test, for example. So I have my live here, and then I have my back test here. So if I want to look at my back test, I can see my back test here. Every information, all the screenshots are there. The screenshots get added automatically. So now let's move on to the reports. Now in the report section, this is where now you get a full understanding of what's good and what's bad, what you need to change, every information that you need to know. This is the big boy section of all of this. So if we were to go to the report section, looking at every trade I've taken, you can see all the number of trades. There's unbelievable amount of data that you can see here. Whatever you want to see in many ways, you can let it show up, right? Even something like a strategy map. So this tells you pretty much out of all the strategies you have, which ones exactly are performing best, which one is the exact edge. So I can see, for example, again, I need more samples, but you can see based on just 3 trades right now, my supply and demand re-entry is doing fantastically well because I have a 100% win rate on those. In your own time, you can have a look at this yourself whenever you do want to. But here we are. Right now, I can move these wherever way I want, so I can rearrange these however way I want. You can see my win rate, my day win rate, net profit, profit factor, which is extremely important, by the way. This here is really what tells you how well you're doing. We have Century Intelligence, which will tell you, you can ask whatever questions you want according to how you trade, ask whatever questions, and that will come up. So if I wanted to know what is my worst pair at the moment. Now what Century is going to do is going to go back, search this, and then eventually populate this for you. So right now it's telling me my worst pair at the moment is currently GBP USD. It's telling me gold is my best with 75% win rate. It's telling me why G is doing bad and what I should do next. You can ask whatever question. Isn't this just crazy? Like, it's crazy how much work we've been putting into this, but it's just because I've been searching for a journal that just does all of this, but I couldn't find one, so I decided, okay, it's time to just make one. And this is the outcome, and I'm just so proud of it. Because now, again, this is something I'm going to use myself. It's based on me and how I trade and me being a trader over the past 3.5 years or so. Everything I need is here. Everything here is necessary for traders. Equity curve, we know what this is, but the best part about this, again, the extra bonus to it is that as you're going across the equity curve, you'll see that it tells you at what point you've gone below your peak. So in other words, you had your peak, which is the highest percentage you were at, or the highest amount you were at. However, you can see that eventually I went down -1, and it tells me that, okay, at this point I was down -1 above my peak. You can see, for example, when I went on a losing streak right here, it's telling me that I was down 2% before my peak. So you can sort of see how low you've come. So this was my lowest point. I was down 5% from the highest point I was at, and then eventually we climbed above it again. Now, best times. This is one information that's so important for traders, because not only knowing your best days for trading, but the best times is key as well. This is how you start to cut out the times that you just know most of your trades are not working. So you can figure out the exact points to be trading consistently that is just best for you. So I've been able to cut my trading time down a lot. Right now I only trade from 1:30 to about 4. But when I'm backtesting now, I'm trying to add 5 p.m. in there as well, just to see, is 5 p.m. actually a good time? And so far, I need more trades. I'm going to do a lot more, but 5 p.m. might be good. If 5 p.m. happens to be great, guess what? Now I'll start trading at 5 p.m. You can see I have a trade at 1 p.m. right here. So these are anomalies, but there will be cases where I'm going to start adding these trades so I can get more information on these. But right now I can see that my best 15-minute window is from 1:15 to 1:45. Most trades there are just cooking. 93% win rate. Any trade that shows up there, bro, it's been fire. And I can see this based on my hourly. So based on, again, hourly, I can see that 2 to 3 is my best time. 5 minute, I can see that even in more detail based on 5 minute. And you can see this based on percentages or number of trades. So if you want to see how many trades or your overall profit that you got in that time, you can see that as well. And then you have the exact same thing based on best days, right? Thursdays are my best days at the moment. Mondays are just my worst days. So this gives me, again, more information on knowing what days are good. So I know that Thursdays is probably the days I'll be trading a lot. And eventually I might get rid of Mondays if I do a lot more trades and get more sample. I'm probably not going to be trading Mondays if Monday stays bad. You have best month. Again, similar idea. February was not good so far. And then you can see your R multiple, right? For those that trade 1 to 3s, 1 to 2s, or you have variations in your TP, you get to see which one is the best one. What's the sweet spot for you to go for? Whether you want to go for 1 to 1s or maybe 1 to 5s, or just your best, you'll be able to see exactly what's best for you. And then all of this gets broken down. You get many more information. You can see which one's your best pair based on win rate, how many trades, etc. You can move this according to how you want, where you want it to be. And then I'm telling you, there's a lot more you can see. It's crazy, right? You can see that based on your strategy, based on the time frame, based on direction. I'll leave this. Again, you guys can have a look at all of these again when you do have access and you've signed up. And the crazy thing is you can literally sign up right now completely for free. It's just crazy. Like, try this out completely for free right now if you want to, but keep watching the video so you can see a lot more about this. But let's go into the settings now. The setting is going to tell you even more on how much more you can actually do. So looking at the settings, again, you can set things based on percentage, money, or R multiple. You can set, you know, what level your break even is, because some people, if you lost $10, it might still be break even for you, just because, you know, of your account size, it might not mean anything. So here's where you can add your strategies, right? You can add your strategies in manually, or you can let Sentry pretty much figure out what strategy you're using. But I've already set mine because most of my trades will be based on supply and demand. And then this is the confluences section. Sentry can figure out what confluences you have just by when you put that screenshot in. It can figure out the confluences automatically. However, I've added mine because these are the confluences I'm looking for. Now the highlighted ones are the ones that I just want to be on every trade, because I know most of my trades that I'm going to be backtesting and stuff will have this 100% of the time. So you can set your default and then you can leave the rest and Central kind of figure it out. And then there's a lot more confluences here as well that you can add. This should be there automatically, but you can add yours or remove yours. Whatever you want to do, you can do. Now this is a setup grade. This is one of my favorite parts. Here is where I can set exactly what my perfect setup is. So my STA setup needs to have, for example, this, and it needs to not have this and not have this. But then I have these other ones here, which some setups might have, some might not. But these are the must-haves. These are the ones that shouldn't have. And then I can choose how many of these are my ideal setup. So for example, any trades that has any 3 of this can be my perfect setup. I can say any 4, any 5, or any 6. So you can set down your blueprint and you'll tell Sentry that, okay, if you see 3 of this in any trade, that's my S tier. And then that's how it's able to figure out what my S tier is, my A tier is, my B tier setups are, and which one is just horrible. So now ranking every setup is amazing, because now I can go to trades, grades, and I can click S tier, and I'll see it based on just all my S tier. So the moment you've done a ton of backtests, you can go on S tier and you see all your trades, your win rate, your profit factor. So if I took just my S tier setup, I'll be absolutely killing it. Do you guys understand what I'm saying now? Like how good this is? Now, once you have this locked in, you do your backtest, it's going to be mind-blowing how much better you're going to get. This is what traders need to be using if you want to have your edge locked in. If you want to know exactly what's good, what is good for you as a trader, what's going to give you that edge with prop firms or personal accounts, so you can start printing consistently, put in the work, and the Sentry journal is going to be what's going to put everything together into a package and will give you the confidence, because confidence in trading is key, because that's when you stop doubting your trade and you really believe that your trading is going to work. Because when I went on a 5 losing streak, for example, knowing that, okay, that's happened in the past, is the confidence I need. And if I can see that my SCS setup cooks most of the time, if I'm to lose, I'm not going to be phased at all, because I know this is my best setup. So when I see my best setup, I'm taking it. And then soon enough, we're working on connecting broker, right? So you can actually connect your broker automatically. But right now, you can, as long as you're using Sentry RM, which is now the risk management tool. There's going to be a different video for that. Then your trades will be automatically added anyway. However, we're going to eventually add so you can actually log into your account and you have your actual trades being imported automatically onto the calendar and the journal as well. So this here is what I've always wanted, and it's only going to continue getting better, which is what's insane. It's just incredible. And if there's anything else that you guys want to see, just leave it in the comments. But right now you can try this completely for free, but the price will be increasing for the Sentry Pro. It will be increasing literally 7 days from when this video drops. It's going to be increasing from the current £12 a month to £20 a month. So you want to make sure you sign up now. I'm telling you, 7 days from when this video drops, that's it. You want to get into the yearly plan and you're sorted. And on top of that, I'm going to tell you, use the code SULLY and you can get 20% off the yearly plan again from today. So this is the best. For those that get it now, you're sorted, because this is a tool that you're going to use for a very, very long time. So now is the day. Don't hesitate, now's the day. But I thank God that this now exists for me, because my trading is going to be up from here. It's only going to get better from here. So I hope you guys actually enjoy this. And if you're using it, just tag me on my Instagram at Sully's Advice, so I can see how you guys are using it, what it's doing for you, how good it is, etc. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.